Ilori de Vinagracia, detective of the Santa Lucina Police Force, daughter to Consolacion and Miguel de Vinagracia, currently in a state of coma and admitted to Holy Mary Medical Center.
Wait, hold on. What are you trying to say? Am I dying?
Not quite. You might as well be if my bunny finds you.
Bunny? What? Look, I don't want to cause any trouble. I just want to know where I am and how I got here.
So persistent. So many questions.
I don't understand. There's no way. There has to be. I can't be dead. I can't. This is just a dream. This is just some sick dream, and the cave just got in my head. And I'm fine. And asleep.
Hey, watch the windows. I just cleaned them this morning.
Huh? Look, I don't know what sick and twisted thing you are, or why I'm dreaming about this kind of bullshit, but I need to leave this place.
Sick and twisted thing? Well, I don't understand what sort of divine intervention brought you here. These things don't just happen. As much as I hold more than a grain of doubt, I believe that you're here for a reason, Miss Divina Gracia. It's only a shame I'm unaware of the inner workings for this, case, to speak your language. Sit. I have prepared some tea to get you settled. After all, intruder or not, I don't get many guests. Now, Detective Ilori, since you are your department's youngest and best detective, I believe you have the means to answer some questions for me.
What the? Answer questions? If anything, as a detective, I should be the one asking questions.
You think you're so clever. You think that what you found in that cave in Sarangay could answer the problems of your missing persons cases. Your culprit could be found, as well as the bodies, and then you get a medal. You gain recognition for solving a paranormal cold case that was years' worth of detectives before your time. But then you realize it is only one place in Santa Lucina. There are many other missing persons cases, many other chilling stories of violence, bloodshed, and town ghosts. Not just in caves. Oh, no. Caves make a spectacle of these things. They are also more dangerous in open areas where no one looks. It's in the streets, in the schools. Maybe it's even in the comfort of your own home.
What are you saying? That I do this job just for my own gain? Just for recognition? You have no idea the lengths and hardships I have had to take to get to where I am. The people I have watched suffer, the people I want to help because justice cannot find them.
Justice is a selective force in this world, whether we like it or not. Not when there are other people who are being favored by it because they have one foot up the ladder. Justice does not seek. Rather, it is sought by those who fight to be seen by it.
Or some people buy justice to even be seen by it.
I think I'm starting to see certain clues on why you're here. All I know is, after your little investigation in the cave, you discovered something strange when you stepped in. Care to share what those discoveries were, Detective?
And why would I share it with you? You look like some all-knowing creature putting me on a test. I find it hard to believe that you don't already know what's in there, and you have to dig for answers from someone like me.
All-knowing? What flattery. Why would some tall, ominous, dark-hooded figure who served you tea and bread in a strange catalogue filled with information on your small town, by the way, ask you such a trivial question?
Look, I need to know if I can trust you. I have been put on a case that not even basic logic can explain. Cases that don't make sense. Supernatural in a way. It felt like there was another force at play. Something not of this world. I'm probably not making a lot of sense right now.
No, you are. On the cusp, at the very least.
I've just always had this strange feeling that every move I make, every decision, that there's eyes watching me. Even in that cave, I felt it, just looming over me like some weight behind my back. I need to know you're not one of those forces.
Well, not all forces who watch are necessarily bad. Or good. Who's to say?
And you?
What about me?
Are you bad or good?
I just keep records.
Of what?
Everyone.
You sound like my tita making gossip with the neighbors at midday.
I should take offense to that with the work I do, but I'll give you this. You're funny.
Still doesn't answer my question.
I've said it before, too, and I'll say it again. You are a very persistent girl with so many questions. You said you've always felt like you're being watched, that every single thing you do is monitored by some unknown force. The case you've been assigned seemed like that of a paranormal nature. The cave of Sarangay, which has brought down countless other cave explorers, recorded 6 officially in previous investigations. But the first thing you noticed walking in that cave was the inexplicable feeling of being watched.
What are you saying? That it wasn't some natural or logical thing?
I'm saying that what you suspect in that cave is exactly what you should be expecting. There are forces in this town that have existed long before you, those who have stood beneath, on, and above this land. Those who watch, those who guard, and those who wish to take.
So what? Is the cave home to some sort of man-eating creature that the locals have been afraid of? Those are just folklore, hearsays, or gossip. Just some piece of literature or warning sign people put up to keep other people safe from places like Cave Sarangay.
Yet you went in there, and you ended up here. Seems to me there's more to just hearsays and gossip.
So you're saying the others ended up here too?
No.
Huh? Then...
That's the biggest mystery that we need to solve. Why did someone like yourself end up in a place like this after they found you near the mouth of Sarangay? It's as your investigation says. No one in the 6 recorded missing people were recovered or found in that cave. Then there was you, barely alive but breathing still, able to escape something in that cave that should have made you end up like everyone else. So, detective, if my cluelessness is not enough of a comfort to you, if you wouldn't mind, I would like to ask the questions now. There is something in that cave that you suspect is the reason why Jacob Apostol and the others were never found again. What do you think was in that cave?
I wouldn't know exactly what it was. I didn't see all of it, but I knew something was wrong there the moment I stepped in.
And what made you think something was wrong?
The recording. There was something there.
What recording?
Jake. He had a recorder with him when he went into that cave. He recorded his trip into that cave, and that was the only evidence we were able to recover from when he went missing. It's the reason why the case was picked up again, because...
There was a possibility you could figure out what happened to the others in the cave.
Exactly. he started talking about how it felt suffocating in there, like how the paths kept repeating, the hours felt like days, and how something was in there with him. I can't remember in full detail what it was if I don't have the tape with me.
I think I know just the thing.
I think I'm going insane. I keep hearing these noises in here, and it's like something's crawling around, and... No. It's less crawling and more like stomping. It feels like something's following me around, watching me here.
Where did you get that?
I've lost sight of the path.
Here.
Funny how the light feels so far away from here now. This map hasn't been helping me at all either. Stupid fucking map. Maybe my friend wasn't as trustworthy as he seemed. I thought his maps were the real deal. Turns out he was just a fraud. Turns out it was just a ploy for him to gain a few bucks.
This place is not something people like you ever get to see in your lifetime. Not at all, in fact. However, to put it simply, this place is like a garden of memory. Everything that happens in this town becomes a story, and those stories remain here. These stories keep everything in line and make sure to track every unwanted disruptions or forces that lurk in the town.
So it's like what historians do. Preservation, making sure every event is not forgotten by the people.
If you want to look at it that way. But it runs deeper than simply keeping record of what's going on. Ilori, you have found yourself in a space where not a lot of people end up at, most especially after your investigation in Sarangay. That place is brimming with unknown energy, something I have been trying to figure out myself.
Wait, if you're whatever you say you are keeping records of events and histories, why don't you know anything about this? I mean, you have an entire catalog here of shelves and books and what I assume to be the events you say that you've recorded. Why not this one?
The moment those people started exploring the cave, their last pages in the catalogs disappeared. One by one, ending up at the mouth of the cave, and then nothing after. I could not find these pieces, not misplaced, or ripped, or thrown. It's quite impossible to tamper the records in these catalogs. No one has access to these but me.
So you never knew what happened to them as well?
No. All I know is this. 6 is not your number.
What? There was more?
When Jake Apostol appeared in that cave, his last page was gone from his record. However, when his recording was retrieved miraculously by a local, his last page reappeared with unintelligible scribbles and a symbol.
What symbol?
An eye in a wheel, sort of like a crest. Its details are slightly faded, but it is a symbol that even I have never seen before.
That's bizarre. Is it because some part of him managed to still be found outside of the cave?
That I will never know. But it is a good direction to explaining how you got here. I could not access information on anyone who went inside that cave, and you were the first to come out. Granted, not unscathed, but you came out alive.
Jake Apostol had his last page reappear when his recorder was found. If I made it out alive, and if my last page reappeared, then what was on it?
A name.
A name? Whose name?
Jomar Agustin de Leon. Any relation?
That sounds like a familiar name.
Is it now?
I can't recall if I've read it somewhere. It's just...
Just what, detective?
Do you have anything on him?
Thinking like a detective now. Here you go.
Is it really okay for me to touch these?
Detective Ilori, why would I keep you from your investigation?
Okay, let's see. Jomar Agustin de Leon, fresh college graduate of University of Santa Lucina College of Criminology, Batch 75. Huh. He would have been my senior for almost a decade. He graduated with his criminology degree, but his mother died days after his graduation, which forced him to look for jobs to pay for the funeral costs. He got a job at... Huh?
What is it?
His page ends here. There's nothing after...
Now that is just a curious thing.
Did you know about this? I mean, you keep records of your catalog. Something like this must not have slipped by you.
You're right. Shouldn't have.
What was that?
Detective Ilori, it was a pleasure meeting you.
What? Are you making me leave? Am I dying?
Listen to me. There are things happening in this town that no one knows about. Something is here with us since the beginning of time. Disruptions in the natural order are the things that drive me to work, and as such, your presence here was something I had to test for myself.
What things? Look, I can't understand any of this if you don't tell me what these things are. What I can do to help, for the town, for this place.
Take this recorder and go down the hallway in the middle of the aisle. To your right, there is a door. Once you cross this threshold, you shall weave your life with the threads of your unbecoming. It will unfold before you, grasp you, and you have no choice but to hold its darkness.
What are you saying? Where am I going?
In darkness, Ilori, we have a reason to find the light. Go.
Well, shit.
Well, it seems that our little meeting has been cut short. There are some things we should be looking out for, and this is only the beginning. Things may not be what they seem, and these little discrepancies may be clues to what lies ahead. We have our warning signs. The only thing left is to take action. Thank you to everyone for coming in and taking the time to listen to the final episode of Tales from the Catalogs Season 2. This has been the most amazing ride, and we cannot wait to bring you more chilling tales soon. Don't forget to support the team by following their social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Amidst Posteriors, and check out more content on their TikTok at Amidst Posteriors OF. Until then, see you soon, dear listeners.